Cheers and enjoy the beers. Yes. Good evening, afternoon, and welcome once again back at the Disco Arm in front of the cans and bottles here for the new live show, part 32. I believe I've done 32 of these things on a Wednesday night, Wednesday afternoon. And as you see, once again, we have a guest presenter, Shark of Kevin of Shark's Homebrewing Adventures. Greetings, sir. Thanks for popping in. How you doing, sir? How you doing?
Yeah, doing good. Midway through my holiday this week, so.
Sweet sound. Yeah, you been getting up to much?
Not too much. Today was, I did a brew day today, so it's kind of.
Sweet. Yeah. What are you brewing?
I am brewing at my Sharkweiser, hence the fit in the theme.
Oh, Mr. Appropriate, superb.
Yeah, so. That is actually, it'll be done by the holidays. So for the people who are lightweights in my family, I says, here, have one of those. I'll take all the good beers over here. You can have that.
Well, it's still got to be a good beer, surely. If you produced it, it'd be good.
Yeah. Well, it's obviously I'm mocking somebody. If you can't figure it out, if you're on the rock, it's in my name. So.
How closely have you followed the recipe then? Is it a straight rip-off or your own little...
Oh, yeah, I got corn syrup and I got rice and whatever. I would say it's pretty close, but obviously I think I'm biased. Obviously mine's probably a little bit better.
Yeah, for sure. Do you know what? I wouldn't even know what the recipe was meant to be, apart from, like you say, rice and corn syrup, but I don't know what, like, hops or yeast or whatever they use. But what have you got? Yeah,
so basically I use Pilsen. So basically this is me really mocking. It's an extract beer because I'm like, okay, we gotta go on sheet here. So basically it's a Pilsner malt in a sense, rice. So it's basically like a rice extract. Then I put a little bit of corn sugar just to kind of the ABV a little bit.
Okay, yeah.
So it's, like I said, I haven't done my final calculations, but it was supposed to be a mid-4. I think it's going to be a mid-5. Oops.
Wow. Still better than that. Yeah, fair play.
Yeah. So then I use, usually I use Saaz hops.
Yeah.
Just like one in the beginning, and then one at the very end, just for a little bit of aroma. Very little.
Oh, yeah.
So, but yeah, it's a real easy. It's a kind of like a beginner. So.
Funny enough, I just found out that I'm brewing a Pilsner Lager tomorrow, or rebrewing a Pilsner Lager tomorrow, so it's all kind of nicely appropriate.
Oh, nice.
We got Saaz hops as well, so yeah.
Yeah.
All nicely done.
Yeah.
Well, good stuff. I tell you what, should we get a beer in the glass from the off?
Yeah. I think so. This is what we're here for.
That's what we're here for. In that case, let's bring on beer number 1, please.
Oh,
I love doing that. Amusingly. So, have you got Shark appropriate beers for this evening?
Let me find the camera. Great White.
Nice.
And it's from so it's Great White. So it's like a white, I'm gonna say a white ale kind of thing. So it is also, let me find, it's a 4.8. So it's basically Great White. It's a distinctly American version of a Belgian style white beer. Full body, unfiltered, refreshing. Great White beer is delightful in drinking season, according to them. So it's a Northern California brewery. So, yeah.
As you probably know, as everybody probably knows, I'm going with these Verdant beers, and you know my feelings on that sort of thing. I think I definitely prefer to be drinking what you're drinking, to be honest. But I saw these things. They brought out various Shark beers, Shark themed or Shark named beers, and they've finally sort of put them all 3 of them, I think, together at the same time. So I looked at it and I'm like, well, don't need more beers, but I'm going to do it. And you very kindly agreed to pop on and help me through what I think is the Citra onslaught that I'm about to face. Nice cap.
Yeah, well, that's basically that was a brewery. They put their own logo on the cap, so it's Lost Coast.
Nice.
So,
I've got a few people in. Henry Ford.
Hello, everybody.
Greetings. I'll chime in. He'll come back in a minute. Luke says, "Bunch of Yahoo dingoes."
Yahoo!
Yahoos. Well, yeah, not too bad. Bears, good to see you. Thanks for popping in, sir. Good evening, Mr. Disco. I would have joined you tonight for another beer, but I'm far too exhausted from last night's probing questions. I knew I shouldn't have set foot on your spaceship. Super. I've just realised which Tom that is because I can't see from the picture or the name. Tom, thank you very much indeed. Popping in, having a good beer, and yes, it was rather fun last night. We had a bit of a laugh. And some good beers. Again, a Pilsner last night as well.
Oh, nice.
And Simo popping in as well. Thank you very much. Cheers, Simo. Doing all right. Happy damn midweeks to everybody. Right, yeah. So this beer, I ordered it, and then I looked at the hop content of it, and it's Citra and Galaxy. So,
Rob's gonna love this one.
Yeah. So I've said many times, I always get tired of saying about how much I don't really like Citra, but my palate is changing a little bit because I've had a few beers, Citra-based beers recently that are okay, but maybe that's just the brewery. I don't know, but
it's a little bit of both because like it's an acquired taste. I mean, like with me when I first started drinking the IPAs, I was like, oh no. And after a while, you kind of like, okay.
Yeah, well, I think this will be the clincher, right? Just put it under my nose, and we'll see what happens, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, this is the pale ale, right? So it's only 4.8.
Yeah, that's the same mine.
And my nose at this time leaving often. No, there's a bit of grapefruit there. A little bit of fruitiness, like. Yours definitely looks. I can smell yours from here. It smells better than mine.
Actually, it's not too much. It's a basic beer. I mean, I get a little bit of the Belgian yeast kind of coming off. So it's
here we go.
Pretty...
Apparently, it's 90% Galaxy. That doesn't really fill me with much better kind of thoughts, to be honest. I'm not so sure on Galaxy. I don't know it so well, to be fair. But tell you what, let's get it down. Cheers, all. Cheers. Thanks for popping in. Let's have a little sip and we see where we're at. I have a feeling this is going to be the best one of the night. Because if that's going up the scale, I will be in trouble by the DIPA.
Yeah.
Anyway, enough of me complaining about a beer I willingly gave my money to. Let's go with yours. Have you got a first?
So it's definitely a Belgian white because I got that. You get the esters from the yeast, but it's real subtle. It's not like in your face like some of the Belgians can. I mean, not really in your face, but it's real subtle kind of thing. So I was like, okay, but it's real sessionable. I said it's 4.8. I mean, this is like, to me, it's like, oh, I can drink these versus a macro lager kind of thing. I'll be more than happy to drink these kind of things. Because obviously it's clear. It's very nice carbonated. Of course, I got the good old glass chill. So, yeah, I originally got this glass because my next two beers are more for this style. So, kind of glass. But yeah, no, this is obviously I might be doing the disco rule. There's no date on the thing, so who knows how old it is.
It makes a change. I'm assuming, yes. I mean, I got these in July, so I imagine these are still in date.
Yeah.
Yeah, 24th, 25. The instructions on the bottom of the can say "run away," which is more pertinent than they could ever have known. Because I normally would run well away from this kind of thing. I've got a question for you. Is grapefruit jam a thing? I know, like orange, lemon, lime, but have you ever seen grapefruit jam?
No, of course I haven't been really been looking for it.
No, me neither. But I don't know if it's a thing because that's what I'm getting. Like it's kind of
Okay.
some beers you get an orange jam, orange marmalade thing. So
Yeah.
grapefruit marmalade maybe.
Yeah, it's because I'm just wondering if they.
Our brothers.
That's interesting because the marmalades is kind of to me is like it's either the hop or there's something synthetic in the beer. But
Yeah,
I'm assuming that beer, it's not. I think it's giving more of the hop.
I would think it's probably more because I say marmalade is like a sweetness thing.
Yeah.
But then you've got that kind of sort of citrus bite as well, a little bit. I hate using the term bite, but here's right. Vanessa, thanks for popping in.
But yeah, see, that could be definitely because the galaxy. The galaxy, it's one of those. It's hit and miss. Depends where they got their galaxy. Because from Rob's experience over there, it's like he hates to hear it. And when I had it, it was fine to me. I mean, I had all the citrus notes to that. I mean, obviously with the Citra, I mean, the Citra and Galaxy kind of complement each other. I want to say a little bit. I mean, obviously they're a little bit each different. So
I think. Did I say grapefruit jam or grapefruit marmalade? I meant marmalade rather than jam, but because nobody ever knows what the difference between jam and marmalade is. But Mersey has already sorted out grapefruit marmalade or grapefruit. You can't have jam from a citrus fruit. It's either a marmalade or if more than 50, it's a preserve. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of what because most of jams or preserves are all berry. I mean, I have the orange, but
Vanessa's apparently Google searched and she's found grapefruit marmalade. It's bound to be a thing. Yeah, it's got to be a marmalade, not a jam. But
yeah, I'm sure it's out there. Like I said,
I've never bothered to look. Yeah.
Yeah.
A quick question for you that I missed. Love to know Kevin's view on Crush hops. Picked up a beer from Full Circle with it in recently. I've not heard of
Crush hop. To be honest, I've never heard of Crush.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's just kind of like a cryo kind of thing, but I never heard of it, so I couldn't tell you anything about that.
Oh, I'll tell you what I didn't do. Because Mr. Wilson's not in and you forgot to remind me.
Oh, you were Mr. Wilson.
Yeah.
Remind you. Come on, David, where are you?
Look at me, how eager I was to get into this beer that I'm not going to like.
Yeah.
I completely forgot to do the photo. I've got to get a better lighting set up here, man. It's like, there's a brighter colour can, so it might be okay.
Yeah, I got the same thing. I got all my light is behind me, so when I take a picture, everything's dark. So I'm like, okay, I want to turn around. Like, oh, I don't want to see the rest of the garage. It's like,
yeah, my problem is always shadows and like light strike.
Yeah, well, then if you get the flash, also if this you get the glare.
Oh yeah, it never really helps though. It was too much glare.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got it in there anyway. So yeah. I reckon Mersey was definitely the milk monitor at school. I'm not sure they had milk monitors. We don't have milk monitors even when Mersey was at school because that thing got stopped by the government a long time ago. It was a perfect prefect.
I think Vanessa's going to make some grapefruit jam for you.
Oh, well, there you go. Yeah. Well, Mersey says it can't be jam. It's got to be marmalade. So, yeah, I don't really want any, to be honest, because...
it's jam, marmalade, jelly. I mean, there's like, okay, it's tomato. I mean, it's...
Well, yeah, what you call jam, jelly is jam, and what we call jelly is something entirely different. But, yeah, I don't think grapefruit needs to be anywhere near it. Although it is, that's what I'm getting. There is a slightly sticky sweetness here. So it's kind of... It's light. It's bearable. It's more... That's the other thing. It's like it's a bit like pineapple cubes. If pineapple cubes were made with grapefruit, if there's such thing as a grapefruit cube.
Yeah, well, that's the Citra. That's the Citra probably coming through.
What, the pineapple?
The pineapple. Well, yeah, because I thought you had I think no. No, that would be Galaxy. I was thinking like pine, like. I mean, I wasn't thinking pineapple.
Yeah, so there's only there's maybe a smattering of pineapple because of the colour. It's kind of all right, but yeah, it's sort of it's grapefruit marmalade, grapefruit kind of cube, kind of sweet. It's got a stickiness, so it's not too bad. It's bearable. I still really don't like grapefruit. Is it a good beer? Yeah, I guess it's from Verdant, so it's bound to be. But it's just my taste buds struggle with it. But
this one's starting to. It's still got that esters, and it is kind of drying out. Got that drying out. Yeah. It's almost. I almost want to say it's like loof. I mean, but I don't think it's as. It's only 4.8, so it's. But it's like I said, this is a really. I mean, I kind of like this. It's been a while since I had this beer, so. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Here we are. Yeah, we're talking about. We're not talking about beer. We're talking about marmalade. And...
we've got a women's institute on it.
Yeah, it's like okay. Hey, we're a learning channel.
Beer is educational. You know, you can learn a lot from beer.
Yeah, so it's kind of.
I'm not guaranteed I'm going to learn a lot from the next two beers, to be honest, but we've got to give it a go now.
I kind of have a guess what's going to be, if it kind of thing what the other ones are going to be like too. So it's kind of getting me interested to see if you get the same.
Yeah.
Same response.
It's a bit of sherbet there now as well, and I doubt grapefruit sherbet's a thing either, but I can push through it. It's all right. It's just
It's not going to be. You'll have maybe one kind of thing, and it's not going to be like okay. It's not going to be okay. This is my drink for the night. You won't.
For all of Verdant's placement in the beer world, and they're fairly top of the tree, if not the top. They always win awards and best beer kind of competitions or whatever. But this is only my third ever Verdant beer, because even at some of the lighter ones at 3-4 quid a can, I'm not risking my 3-4 quid, especially not your 8, 9, 10s on your dippers and your tippers to see whether they've done anything different with grapefruit. But but you've got to try these things. You've got to test yourself, I think, in beer. Like, you've got to give it a go. You should never know.
Yeah, that's here and there. I mean, that's kind of. I mean, obviously the running joke between you and I is like, because I'm due for a smoked beer now.
Yeah.
So. But
sorry, go on.
No, yeah, because it's and once in a while, like I said, there's even breweries I'm kind of like, but okay, if there's something that kind of interests me, like, okay, I'll give them another chance, kind of thing. But I'm gonna say it's maybe one of those. I'm not gonna be seeking them out, but if I come across them, kind of like, catches my eye. And if I could buy one can or bottle, I'll go ahead and do that. But I'm not gonna go buy a 4-pack or a 6-pack. No.
That's why we're generally pretty good over here. We can get singles just to try it, and half a chance if it's any good, you can go back for them fairly easily. But you've got different distribution issues over there, haven't you? So you got to have 4-packs.
There's certain stores that we can do. I mean, they don't really want you to buy a single. They want, obviously, but they have it in their system where you can go, okay, I got one. They go like, okay. I go, how much was that, by the way? They'll say $4 or $5. I'm like, okay, it's better. Like you said, this better be good.
I forgot to ask if anybody else is having a beer along with us. What you got in your glass if you are drinking at home, etc. There's a good question for you. Is there any style that you would give in second thoughts about brewing?
Oh, second.
Or is there anything you just wouldn't do? I guess smoked beer.
Well, basically, the styles I won't do are I won't do New England's
Okay.
because we got so many out here. I'm going, why waste my time?
Uh-huh.
I probably wouldn't do a sour because it depends. I mean, even a kettle sour, I wouldn't. Those I wouldn't do. But if the ones I've brewed so far that I will never do again. Oh, I'm just trying to think of the ones. I don't really, because usually I'm pretty picky about what beer I want to brew.
Mm.
So, I mean, obviously, I've had better experience with it. This beer style I probably wouldn't do again. It would be a friend asked for it, and I tried it twice, and I'll never do it again. It's a chocolate milk stout.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah,
Because of all the lactose.
Yeah, the lactose was the main problem because either not enough or too much. I'm going like, okay, well, I'll cut it, but and then and kind of so then the chocolate it'll either come out more or less because of the lactose. I mean, it's kind of like I never, and on top of it, they wanted a higher, not a higher ABV on top of it. I don't know, so which just makes it. I think that's what I think the problem was. If I just made a basic stout, chocolate milk stout, I think it would be okay. But they wanted, I said, okay, I'll try it, and that'll probably be the one I'll probably say. I'll go buy you some.
Well, yeah, there's. I mean, I don't get a lot of choice about what I helped brew. It's not me on the thing. So, but that said, I would generally ascribe to avoiding New England's just because I don't really like them, or anything too hoppy for that matter. And I would especially not like to do a double IPA, but we recently did a black IPA, and it's the first black IPA that I can actually drink a pint of without going, oh, grapefruit.
Yeah, well, let's say if you that one for an that's IPA you have to get balanced because you want that roastiness and the hops to kind of blend together. Because if you get that roastiness and then you get that citrate on top of it, you're gonna go, okay, that's getting a little kind of odd.
Yeah, it depends how far that roastiness goes. Like the first try of this one was kind of an odd mix of coffee and grapefruit, and I'm like, that's not going to work for me. But then it mellowed out much more, like in the final conditioning. So I had a pint of it the other day, and I'm like, yeah, I still don't quite get it, but it's much more mellow and much more easy drinking, and I had a pint of it. So, but again, I'm biased because it's my brewery.
As I said, I was kind of because with like Sierra Nevada, they're very good about balancing stuff. I'm going like, I wish you guys they would do a black IPA. It's a very rare occasion that they'll do one. I'm like, oh, I wish you guys would do one. That'd be kind of help like, okay, this is what I need to kind of put in the memory brain from what I need to do next time.
Brad's having a nice cuppa and a custard cream and is happy with that. Fair play, Brad. Fair play. Got it now and again. Whereas Mersey Beers are drinking Wanderlust by Folly Road. She's Wadsworth. Yeah, I said Wandsworth for a second. No, Wadsworth Brewery Craft Brewery Arm. 5% pale, hopped with Galaxy, Mosaic, and Simcoe. But you know,
that's a lot of yeah.
Good evening, sir.
It twisted. Yeah, so that one wasn't too bad. I think it might have been a little bit older than I thought, but it's.
That's good.
I think it lost some of its punch.
Yeah.
In the belt. Yeah. Because at the end it kind of got watered down, so I'm kind of thinking a lot of the stuff faded. So I'm gonna say this was a disco approved out of date beer.
But still good enough. Fair play. I've still got a few cans that are probably out of date. I'll have to check. But yeah, I've been doing much more in-date stuff recently, but I've still got cans in the stash. So
yeah. So what I'll do is I'll rinse this out and stick up with my couple other shark beers that I have. Like I said, the one when we first talked about this, I was really trying to get because it's a pale red, and it's called Shark Bite.
Uh-huh.
And that's like basically like I said, red ale, and that's usually it's from a Pizza Port, and they're really good. And it just like they haven't like, oh no, we're not gonna make it until later. I thought, well, like what time later? And it's like, oh, and it's like okay, because they have that at their tap room, but they just don't. I thought, okay, I can go get a crowler, growler, or whatever of it, kind of thing. But they just, so, anyways.
Yeah, not really. It's pale though, as it's clear. Well, yeah.
New England, yeah, it's so weird. You never really see a New England pale ale. It's usually pale ale IPA. I mean, it's not.
Yeah, it depends. Is it? Well, we had this discussion because we had what we thought was going to be a New England IPA, and it sort of came up at like 4.7. So like my boss was like, "Well, we'll just call it a pale ale because it's not quite strong enough to be an IPA," but it still had like kilos of hops in it. So I'm like, "Well, it's hoppy enough."
Well, yeah, it might be. That's sometimes I dread like when I do that. I didn't put enough hops in, or do I put too much in?
Yeah.
Kind of things like especially if like, oh, it was supposed to come out with this number, and like, okay, great, it matches. And I'll say, no, it's this number, and uh-oh.
And one of those was Citra, and I can't remember what the other two were.
Yeah.
Simca, I think. Anyway, well, I'm going to finish this off, and it's all right. It's okay, but it's not. It's
Yeah, I just think it's obviously it's the hops. Of course, it could be the pale ale too. So as I said, this one's going to be the one. You're going to be. We'll see where.
Well,
so what do you think?
I'm going to have to refresh. Well, here we go then. Beer number 2, please. So yeah, we're going up the scale, obviously, to a 6.5% IPA. Even sharks need water, obviously.
Oh, speaking of sharks need water, well, here we go. Sharks need water. So I got a hazy IPA. So basically, it's a hazy IPA from Offshoot Brewery. Basically, our offshoot beer company, which is basically the brewery for those people that know. And it's 6.8%. So gonna be this is another good brewery because basically this was another brewery. The brewery itself was a Belgian style brewery. I mean, they kind of everything no matter if it could be a brown IPA, where it was basically a Belgian style. So these guys and everybody kept the demand were like, I want a regular West Coast IPA, blah, blah, blah. So these guys said, okay, we'll do that's why it's called Offshoot, because offshoot from the main brewery kind of thing. So yeah. Pour it in. So obviously it is hazy. It's been a while since I've had a hazy. So I might be kind of right there with you going like, okay.
I have no problem with hazy beers. It's the hop that bothers me, but it's the haziness is fine.
Oops. Yeah. Tells you how many times I use this glass, the ink, the marking on the glass. So I'll see. It is a dark. It's kind of like it's like Tang orange drink, if you know what that is. Kind of, looks like orange juice.
It doesn't look too far off that on camera, to be fair. It's pretty,
yeah, yours is
similar,
a little bit more yellow. Mine's got a little bit more of an orange to it.
Yeah.
So and this is actually what, of course, the bottom of the can, basically, I hate when it smudges. So I'm going to say this was canned in end of June. So that's almost a little over 3 months old. So this is probably doing all right. Doing all right.
I'm doing all these photographs. I'm probably not going to get a chance to post them up tomorrow because I'll be working away. But
yeah,
all right.
Because then I didn't. Because this one was I wasn't sure if I was going to drink or not. And so, and obviously no other information says if you're pregnant. Oh damn! I'm in trouble. Don't drink, or do not operate heavy machinery.
Well, like a StreamYard account.
Yeah, that's why the car's gone. I thought I went operating.
Well, that's a good point. Yeah, I'd failed to notice that. I thought you were just in a different area, but yeah.
Yeah, well, because I was brewing on the floor over here, kind of thing. So I kept it all out of the way. So
I forgot to check. I never know the time difference. So you're like mid-afternoon.
Yeah, early evening. 1:15.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah, 8 hours.
Wow, I didn't realize it was that much. Yeah. Was that a little lunchtime tipple for yourself?
Yeah, that's why I was eating earlier because I was like, okay, lunchtime.
Yeah. Should have gone a bit later, really.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm getting a lot of I'm getting a lot of orange.
Okay, citrus. Yeah, nice. So, much prefer orange on the citrus like it tastes, but I'm not getting anything because my nose has started to block up again.
Yeah.
No,
as I said, it's real nice. It's not like. So I was like it.
Yeah, apparently some drama's happening over there.
Drama?
No idea what it is. We're providing the drama tonight.
Yeah, we are the drama.
The disco drama of getting through a grapefruit beer.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Yeah. Cheers.
Oh, fuck me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is it more of the same, a little bit more of it?
It's a bit. I think the first one's going to be the best one for me, but it's a bit more. It's got that. I often use the term earthy, and I'm not sure if it's correct, but it's like literally sucking a handful of gravel. But it's just that pithy grapefruit bitterness that.
Yeah. That's what I'm kind of getting on mine. That's that real pithy at the end. So it's kind of like okay, not bitter, but kind of okay, but okay, it's kind of got something to it. Got a sweet bitter. This is kind of so as I said, basically pithy with some of they call it. So it's kind of like okay. So like I said, it's kind of this is like I said 6.8%. Not that really that boozy kind of as West Coast IPA would. You kind of go okay, so a bit there.
Yeah, I don't mind it when that piffiness comes with orange, to a lesser extent lemon and lime, but when it's just pithy grapefruit kind of bitterness, it's just like I'm reaching for the lemonade. I want to reach for the lemonade to get it back to like a lemon citrus, but I think Verdant would be mightily upset if I shandied this, but they're probably never going to know.
That's why you kind of okay, yeah. And as we're talking, okay, and come back, okay.
Buddy's in a tree for some reason. Hey, knuckleheads, I'm up in a tree. Be back later, maybe. Well, get down safely.
Yeah, You got a bear must have chased him up the tree. I said, yeah, because this one's. Let's say usually because this has been out for a while, so this is kind of warmed up. So it's probably what the range that you would drink your beer. So it's kind of like okay. But yeah, no, I'm kind of. I got a hint of a little sugarness kind of to it, that pithy. Kind of get that little grainy taste. So I don't. So like I said, it probably obviously it's hazy, so obviously they didn't filter it, so it's whatever. But yeah, but it says all it says oops, it says relax.
Well,
So
beer can
I'll be back.
instructions.
Yeah. Yeah, no, like I said, it's been a while since I've had a hazy IPA, so I don't want to say it's terrible, but it's like one of those like, okay, let's move on to the next beer kind of thing. So I say it's probably if this is canned on in June, I'm going like it's kind of at the end of its, I'll say, sweet spot. So it's kind of slowly
Yeah, sort of things. Let's see
kind
if
of
we get
fade a
any
little bit.
instructions off the bottom of this can. Yours one has gone relaxed. Let's see what they seem to put messages on the bottom of the cans. I'm never sure why, but best before 22nd of June, 22nd of January 25. For no apparent reason, it just says DeVito. Just seems like additional printing for me. That won't focus. But yeah, it says DeVito. Any
Oh
idea why they got
wow,
DeVito on the bottom of the can?
yeah. I think they were canning it from somewhere else, and all of a sudden I went, whoops.
Yeah.
I think I changed the label.
No, that's printed on the can. They seem to have, there's one of these breweries that put random things on the bottom of the cans for no apparent. Blastcast will do it as well. Although that's
Yeah.
quite funny. Yeah, nothing else. Hot side Citra Galaxy, cold side Citra Galaxy. 6.5% IPA.
That's because to me, I thought you're go from a pale to IPA. I go, okay, everything's gonna kind of like double up, and roughly. So you were gonna get a little bit more of the all this what you got before. You're gonna just get a little bit more of it,
Yeah,
kind of thing.
what they don't say obviously is like, I don't know whether there's any variation in the malt or anything. But it does feel like a different beer, not just a stronger version of the first one.
Yeah, yeah, I mean, yeah, because usually a pale. I mean, it's not too much difference. So it's not really doubling, because that's basically a
Yeah.
double IPA. But there's a little bit more of everything. So, but to me, is that you have to add a little bit more hops. Just so that's why I say you get more of the Galaxy hop and the Citra hop coming through.
I should, I suppose, at some point go round and try some like single hopped beer. Did you get a single hop Galaxy beer? You can only get single hop Citra, but
We used to have a brewery that did single hop, and they I don't know if they, I want to say they I want to say they were double IPAs, and they were called, it was called the Showers series. So basically, you would do a Galaxy Showers or a Citrusat Showers. Of course, the running joke was, you know what they were asking for in front of the Showers for kind of thing. So then the brewer says, "No, we're not going to do that. There is no golden hop."
So
I was like,
well,
"Oh,
again,
come
that's
on."
another argument you could have all day, really.
But yeah, but yeah, a lot of us that was a really popular series. So then once in a while they would redo our brew another batch of it. I think so. It was so. And I was actually the brewer that went to Green Cheek. So he was so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like we had it was kind of interesting over here. I don't know if that happens over there. Is we had basically I'm gonna say a brewery that kind of was the building block. Everybody kind of if you went through here, boy, you had a very good future of going to another place and being a head brewer, maybe even own. So we had this for certain years. There was this group of guys that basically all learned and brewed and all that, and then they went off around Southern California, and so then all of a sudden all our beers got really good kind of thing. So it was basically kind of everybody was trying, oh, we need to hire that person, or anybody out of that place, we need to hire them because but eventually they kind of that place. It's still brew beer, but it got more. It's a more of a contract feel. It basically going like, you got to add this, stir, put in keg, go. There wasn't really any kind of passion kind of put to it. Like, okay, wait a minute, this hop is a little bit different this year. We need to kind of. It was just wherever it is.
Just follow the rest. I don't know.
Follow recipe.
I wonder whether people do get sort of like that. Just becomes a bit boring 9 to 5, but you all end up doing the same process quite often. But
yeah, I want to wonder if your infamous brewery over there does that. The BD brewery does that. Just follows the recipe.
It does, well, because I don't know how there is central brewing, but there's also a lot of pubs do their own brewing, I think, and I don't know how that works, but how they get the consistency. But
I mean, I'll see if you do the same, everything the same. I mean, consistently, you will. Anything that goes wrong, you can like, okay, I got to adjust for this now. Now your beer's back on. I mean, kind of spot on, kind of thing. I mean, but there's that knack of going. It's like, okay, this grain is a little bit different. This hop is a little bit different. It's like, okay, do we put more or less, or we don't use that hop, or we use something else? I mean, it's one of those that you kind of know how to make that quick adjustment.
Yeah, but I don't know how their business really works like that. But
but no, I'm just mocking BD because of just. I mean, everybody kind of puts them down. It's just like I'm just wondering if they just other. So
this is a good question. So said, what do you give that beer you just had out of 10? I never give beers marks out of 10. I don't really understand the scoring system, to be honest. So I just say whether I like the beer or not.
Mm-hmm.
You're the same. You don't really do like ratings or anything.
Basically, my rating is bad, okay, good, great. Oh my God! I mean, great. I mean, kind of thing. Or basically, what it is like, yeah, I'm definitely gonna go buy some more. I would buy some more, yeah, if I see it, I may get it. I mean, it's to me, it's a bit more realistic.
Talking as we were about drama, I think it's a question that kind of gives a little bit of drama across the beer reviewing like space, because some people do give ratings, and some don't, and it's like I don't mind if people do. It's up to them. But I don't quite get the scoring system for the most part.
Well, it's either out of 5, out of 10, or out of 100, kind of thing. So I was like, okay, and I kind of go like, okay, it's A, B, C, D, F kind of thing, like, kind of thing. But I got to the point. It's like everybody is subjective to your number.
Yeah,
I mean, we both could have the same beer.
Exactly.
And basically, we reviewed the same, all that. But you could say, "Oh, it's 3.5." I'm gonna say, "Oh no, it's 4.5."
Yeah.
And we said that everything the same, but that number is different.
Different, yeah. So because I mean, what a lot of people tend to do is go, right. Well, I don't like grapefruit, or I don't like sour beer, so that's a 1. Whereas it's not a balanced thing because there is no scale. It's just whether you enjoy the beer or not, around the center line. But so I always avoid ascribing numbers to it. But it's a good question, though.
But there's a couple of people that have kind of turned to like something like what I'm saying. It's good, great, kind of thing. Because to me, that's a little bit more realistic. Because they say you're gonna. If you know the person, it's like you can't get your smoke beers. I'm going, okay, yeah, that's really good. Okay, I'm going. If you say it's really bad for that smoke beer, I probably won't get it. Now, if you say it's really good, I'll get. Now, if you're doing a number, I'm still going. I may not get it.
Bud says, if you like it, give it a high number. If you don't like it, give it a low number. Wow, he's nailed it there, hasn't he?
Yep. Yeah. I mean, a high number for me could be a 4.
Or
some people think that's a low number.
Well, yeah, but out of 5 or out of 10, yeah. Or on a scale of.
Go ahead.
On a scale of that's so delicious to fuck that, I'm never drinking that again.
Yeah. Well, because the only two is untapped. So some people go by like untapped. And that's
Well, even that, you see, I can fairly safely say I am never drinking that again. But that doesn't make it a bad beer. It's just I don't enjoy it. I enjoy trying it, but
yeah. So because you say, okay, yeah, it's good for the style, but it's just not my style beer. I enjoy drinking, kind of thing.
it's got it has got quite a good, like, soft kind of pillowy kind of body on it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Same
I'm
with
just
mine.
struggling with the flavor.
Same as mine. I'd say to me it's like, to me this is almost like a New England.
Yeah.
It might be a more of a new school New England, so where it's you kind of get a little bit more of a bite from the bitterness for it being that sweet, juicy kind of thing. So it's obviously it's like if it wasn't for the little shark on it, I would have never gotten this.
See, I've made you get beers you wouldn't drink, and I've technically got beers I wouldn't normally drink because of the shark. It's all down to the shark.
Yeah. So, but yeah, no, it's. I just said you gotta try them. I just said having one like, okay, yeah, it's like it was okay for the style or whatever, but it's just I'm not gonna buy it again, or like this, I won't buy this one again. Now if this is somebody's having a party and I only got a few choices, I'm going like, okay, then I'll probably pick. I mean, kind of thing, but it'll be a quick night because I've got a couple of these and I'm good.
So, yeah. But I mean, also, like, I'm not these about not having it again. It's like you probably might not see these again because they're fairly small batch unless they start doing them on a year. I think even sharks need water. I think this one comes out on a regular basis.
Well, yeah, if it's basically if it sells, they'll do it again. If it doesn't sell, yeah, you won't see it again. That's gonna be one of those kind of little games that they'll play. Or they'll basically find out it was a little bit too much of this, too much of that. Okay, we'll do it again, and kind of they'll do it again, but different names because they obviously change the recipes. I'll kind
of. I was just having a quick look around see if I could find any other reviews on it just to see like.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's gonna be interesting to see what Rob. Obviously, Rob couldn't join us, but I'm interested to see what he says because obviously he hates Galaxy, so he's gonna. That's gonna be.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't like Galaxy. Oh, okay. I don't know
because he's had bad experience with Galaxy. Let me put it that way, because he's homebrewed with it, and then and I've homebrewed with it because I made a smash beer with Galaxy, and so like, okay, I want to find out what Galaxy. It was right. The description wasn't going. Yeah, okay. So my Galaxy, my hops were better than what he had, so he had a bad batch of hops. I don't know. So
yeah.
So it's just kind of he's got that bad experience, so he's already kind of it's got to be an
following on from that question earlier, then is there any hops that you just wouldn't brew with? You just wouldn't touch, based on that bad experience?
Oh no, I would say no because there's so many hops out there. I haven't done them all, so I stayed to the tried and true hops kind of thing. Because like obviously brown or milds, I've gone EKG, Fuggles, kind of. Like so you kind of like I don't go. Oh, I'm gonna try this hop. No, I'm not that daring. I just want a good beer. That's why I'm going. No, I'm not too adventurous. Because usually as I said, the styles I brew are kind of you don't see at breweries hardly. So I'm brewing more to myself here versus like mimicking the trend kind of thing.
Yeah. I say mine would be Citra, obviously, but
yeah. So the hops, yeah, no, I don't. I don't think I really had. I have some interesting hops, but it wasn't like terrible. I tell
you what, like getting down the bottom end of the pint, it's getting better almost. It's maybe my palate is just getting used to that. It's not.
Yeah.
I always have trouble with that big hop burst at the start of a beer, that big grapefruit burst. And it's getting better now. It's like I am going back to it, but it's almost like I'm forcing myself and persevering a bit.
Yeah.
But it is different. It's like that. I say that one had that kind of jammy kind of grapefruit marmalade. There's not so much in this one because it's not so sweet.
Okay. But yeah, no, that's why certain styles, I would basically go up to the bars. You would probably hate me. I kind of a third of that, a third of that, a third of that.
Yeah.
Because until I find the one, A is to test to see if all your beers are good. B is like I want to find the one like I really like it. Okay, then I'll find the one I really like. I said, okay, no, give me a full pour.
Yeah. Well, I think you like that one because you smashed it, but it's just compared to me who's drinking really slowly. I think.
Brad. Oh, I just noticed this now. Oh,
bit of sediment.
Yeah. I know it. Oh, yeah. So that tells me I gotta. And it's chunky sediment.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think I'm done.
Get the strainer out.
It's called, yeah. Oh, hey, my plants love it. Oh, yeah. See, they loved it. Oh. So I'm banking on that my beer is older than what I'm looking. Oh well. Yeah, I mean it could be part of the beer style. So.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You still fair smashed it until you got to that point. So.
yeah. Until I find out, like, I was like, oh. So that might have been part of it. What I'm tasting, that was the yeast.
Yeah.
It kind of looked like yeast. I'm sort of like maybe get a little bit of that yeasty kind of, but I still think it was okay. I mean, it was good, but I wouldn't buy it again.
Chunky sediment is a
joke. It's on top of the ladder, Brad. Okay.
Well, I'm gonna persevere with it. It's like a couple of big gulps, and I might be good. It's not something I want to be necking. It's not something that. I mean, the lacing's all right. There's a bit of lacing on this, so they don't look too bad. But yeah, it's something that I wouldn't go back to. Glad I tried it, kind of.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
The best thing for me about it is the can art. I quite like the colours on the can. It's kind of simple but effective.
Well, obviously that's when I was looking for the other Shark beers. I was going, obviously I saw that going, okay, that was only because I was looking for something to that effect. And I said the brewery itself, it is a good brewery. So it was just again not my style of beer. Like
damn. Is 3 lunchtime beers going to affect the rest of your afternoon?
No, because I kind of planned for it. So kind of planned for it. So I'm good. Cause obviously I got to finish cleaning up, putting things away.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. So.
I see you're done with the brew, so it's in and fermenting already. It's
it's basically it's in the fermenter, and it's all good. I just got to finish cleaning up, and so that will kind of help, get through the buzz kind of sense. But yeah, no, it's I'm on holiday, so I'm all good.
Oh, sweet, yeah.
Yeah, so I only it's because it's kind of funny because I'm kind of going through all my beers kind of thing. So I got a little bit of my Oktoberfest left, and I got a couple of Sierra Nevadas. After that, I'm like, okay. So obviously this is not going to be done until December. So I'm like, okay, so I won't have nothing. So I may have to eventually go buy something, but we'll see.
Like I say, I came back from the bar today, having popped in after work, and didn't need to buy 4 more cans, but I'm like, well, they were sitting there, and he kind of persuaded me by not saying anything at all, so I picked them up and bought them. But yeah,
yeah, but yeah, no, because there's nothing really. Because obviously, to me, I'm kind of done with the Oktoberfest beers. And I'm not really I'm not really gonna hit the pumpkin stuff unless there's something that kind of like catches my eye kind of thing. But I'm probably just gonna let that be this year.
Yeah, they're all going to be the same. I've got a couple here, and I keep looking at them like. And there's also one that I used to get on a regular, but now they've got like a more imperial version, like a pumpkin. Was it?
Yeah.
Pumpkin spice.
Yeah, because we got we're a brewery that they do an old ale with pumpkin, a stout. I don't know. I think it's a brown. I'm trying to think of what. Yeah, I think they do a saison. So they kind of do. So it's interesting. They kind of do a little bit of each style. So I think they're trying to find that for people like, okay, this is my kind of beer. I'll try it. So it's kind of but it's over here. It's just oversaturated.
Yeah, We do one every year. We got a pumpkin Hefeweizen in tank. It's only a very small batch. There won't be much of it, but we do. I quite like it because it's Hefeweizen, so I'm alright. I can just drink it. It's like pumpkin doesn't really bring much to the party apart from.
No, I think we were talking about that in the chat. I was talking about. I think it does more just the body, because all it is just. I mean, I'll call it. You think of the citrus. It's the zest kind of thing of the rind. It's just very little to the beer. I mean, if you roast it, you might pull out more. But if you're just cutting it up and throwing in the beer, we
did roast it. Get a few extra sugars or something, maybe.
Yeah, you get that caramelization.
Yeah. Well, I made it. I got through it.
Yeah, that's good.
It's taking me maybe nearly half an hour. See, the lacing's all right on the glass, so probably all right. But yeah, this next one, well, it's going to be interesting.
Yeah. Well, I said mine's a little bit warmer than I usually drink these, but that's okay.
Okay. I'm going to do the thing.
Mine.
Beer number 3, please.
So I got a regular West Coast IPA. And now this is more of the theme. Darn it.
I definitely should have got the Jaws music, shouldn't I?
So it's a 7.5% ABV, and another California brewery called Long Beach Beer Company. And so on the can, it says, dive into the depths of flavor with hops. Lurking off the coast of Dinkitity Island is a West Coast IPA with a bite. Ooh, darn it. It got Citra, Strata, Raku, Simcoe hops. Makes waves of Citra pine that keep you hooked. When you thought it was safe to drink, remember, sip cautiously. You're in the shark's domain now.
Oh no, scary marketing.
Baby shark.
That was the first one.
So obviously so basically this was canned on January 4th or 4th of January of 24. So obviously, as you can tell, no head.
Oh wow,
got
yeah.
bubbles still got bubbles in it, but yeah, I am thinking this is going to be it was clear until I swirled the bottom of the can, so there's a lot of sediment. And got no sediment because it got hazy all of a sudden. It's the bad thing about our cans. They don't or the brews here. They don't really give you. Well, I mean, this one did. It said the Citra. I got Citra, so it's kind of. Usually, they don't give you the hops or kind of thing. So, but this one's gonna be probably a lot of berry.
Berry.
Well, it's Strata's like a strawberry. You get
Okay.
Citra, obviously, as you know, it's gonna be a little bit on the more of a citrus. Raquel, I'm kind of going. And Simcoe just gives you that dank funkiness.
All right,
Let's go. I don't know if that was of the beers I go on. You actually did like one. I don't remember you actually liking one of that bunch.
They're brilliant people and
Yeah.
American.
Well, that's a compliment now.
Well, there we go.
Oh, yeah.
So
Brad.
I prefer West Coast because it's got more orangey, but then when it goes a bit kind of like piney as well, I'm not so keen.
Yeah. Well, see, to me, I don't mind the piney kind of subtle
I find New
citrus
England
to
too
it.
bitter.
What?
Yeah, it's they all the hops end up as grapefruit to me, so I find all of them too bitter. But like,
Yeah,
New England's too bitter. West Coast often too much pine, but I like the orange.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, you might have when the New Englands came out. You might have they were more juicy, so they get more citrus.
Yeah.
But they were that was a creamy, and kind of it was real. So.
I got to change the banner. I should have done banners for your beers, man, so we can see what you was drinking and remind ourselves.
Live and learn. Now we know.
I think we can all agree Brad Evans is a weirdo, but he's one of our own, so that's all good.
He's one of us, so it's our little brother. We just have to deal with.
Better be a weirdo than just weird. I missed his comment earlier, actually, from Chesty Fair. It's quite good. There was accusations of being boring in the chat. Please don't be boring in the chat.
They're having their own little conversation.
Life is too boring to be boring. I like that.
Yeah.
That's a good quote. Oh yeah, no, they're all having their own little conversation, which is good. And some of the relevant ones I put up.
Yep.
Right.
So go ahead.
Looks all right. Yeah, 8.4%.
Oh, you got double.
Head is there, but it's dissipated fairly quick. Blocked up nice.
I'll say my head's gone. I never really had a head. It went away like in a second.
Right, brace yourself. I'm gonna refresh the palate.
So I'm getting that dinkiness. So I mean that's all I really noticed at this point. That's really nothing coming out. It's like, oh, I can smell this. It's just that you get that dank. Like, okay, so I'm definitely getting this pie of Simcoe hops from this from the aroma. So it's definitely that pine, earthy dankness. So, but
right,
yeah, I mean, it's nothing off-putting. I mean, it's like, okay, yeah, it's gonna be a dank beer. Okay.
Yeah, it's a dankiness I don't like. This one, there's no real dank, but let's get down my neck and try. Cheers.
Cheers. Thanks for having me today.
Yeah, absolute pleasure, man. Thanks for popping in, helping me through this. Get the fuck no. No, just no. It's funny we just said the word dank, and that's just got dank all over it. I don't see how anybody likes that as a taste. I mean, it's not a bad beer. It's like great pillowy body and like there's no fruitiness to it. There's no juice to it. It's all just
dank. So if you ever came over here, be very careful what any IPAs or whatever you may try.
Yeah,
that's why you go to the bar and says, "Can I have just a sip of it?" before I don't want a third. I just give me a splash. I just want to just.
It's not even really.
Go ahead.
Any grapefruit to it. There's no fruitiness. Like the first two had like a little bit of fruit note, like I say, the jam and all that. But that is just a big pile of dank.
So to me is there's another hop in there that they threw. They give you that dankness because.
No. Well, I mean, yeah, just let's dial up the Citra and the Galaxy. Why not? I mean, yeah, people actually love this kind of stuff, and I don't get it. Oh, here we go. We've got a good quote on this one. The quote on the bottom of this one says Shark Week, which is oddly really relevant because Sharktoberfest is kind of Shark Week, isn't it? So, well, there you go. That's one of my favourite things about these beers. Is the quotes on the bottom with the can art.
Yeah.
Sorry, Verdant, if you ever do, and unlikely that you watch this, I'm going to struggle to tag them in and put words on tomorrow. But yeah, this has not been. The trouble is, I don't think this is a bad reflection of Verdant. It's a bad reflection of my terrible palate and taste. It's just, yeah, this is why I don't drink Verdant.
Yeah. Well, to me is with you working at a brewery, that should change over time because you'll be whatever beers you make, you're gonna sample. You're not gonna be drinking probably a full pint of this. You'll get little samples here and there to kind of you get used to it. Also, you're still gonna probably go, but okay, I can drink it, but again, not my favorite.
I mean, to be fair, like my brewery is very different to Verdant because Verdant they don't shy away. They put a shed load of hops in. They like the dank. They like but that's just the head brewers and the owners saying, yeah, we like this kind of beer, and I don't. And I'm kind of lucky in that we don't brew this kind of massively hoppy beer because not everyone likes it. It's quite niche, quite unique. On the scale of fuck me, that's a nice beer, and I'm never drinking again, I'd give that a 1.
Oh, look who finally showed up.
Oh, Mr. Wilson. Greetings. You enjoyed all 3 of them. Really?
No, I think he's asking if you enjoyed all 3 of them.
Oh, I see. Right. Sorry, I thought he stated there he just had them and enjoyed all 3 of them.
Yeah. I think it's a question / statement kind of.
Right. It's probably the amount of dankness messing with my mind. Just confusing the hell out of me. Hi.
So it's kind of...
So thank you very much for joining, popping in. Are you drinking tonight? You've been out about. Shark Week means a different thing to me. If there was other girls in the chat, they would cyber high five me. Now we want to know what Shark Week means to you.
Yeah. Wait a minute. I'm trying to think. I don't know. I'm no comment.
I think all the guys are making up their own answer to that one in that case.
Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. Oh well. Yeah. This is good. Went from a clear beer to whatever it was. I had some cinnamon on that one. That's okay. I'm a trooper. I'll power through.
You'll get through. I'll get through. So the first one you said you'd had before. The last two, have you had them before? And this is just the remnants, or
right. The Great White was been a long time. I had this probably within, well, obviously. Oh no, I've had this beginning of the year because I got the same date on the cans, and it says Hoppy Boy. Oh, got the glare, but
Hoppy Boy.
It says Hoppy Boy. Well, yeah, I think the hops have kind of. As I said, with it being 9 months old now, I think that's the hops kind
of. Yeah, no. Apparently, David Wilson, yes, he enjoyed all three, as did his brother. Fair play. Fair play. I saw the pictures. Yeah, he's been out to Spoons for the beer festival started today. Yeah, I didn't. I went elsewhere for my beer this afternoon. Not to the Spoon, so I might have a look at that later on.
As I can see now, I'm looking for chunks.
Yeah, I think we've all got that now, Tristan. I think, I reckon.
Yeah.
No. Tristan's gone and spelt it out. Yeah, I think we got that.
Poor Esco. That's all I'm going to say. Poor Esco. But no, it's. It's kind of nice that, like, Verdant. I mean, they did a kind of a series, kind of a theme kind of thing. I mean, that's kind of clever and kind of good marketing. I give them good marks for that. Now, obviously, the beers. I mean, for you, it's kind of. But just for the marketing side of it, I would probably say that's a good, especially when they timed it for Shark Week on TV. So it's. So we're obviously
train. I had Thornbridge Biscoff Lucaria. It's beautiful, beautiful.
Brad's just, Brad. I don't know. Brad's lost.
We've lost him. He's reeling off different.
Brad, what the hell? What are you drinking? Anything? Oh, I didn't even answer the question. I'm not even on a drink. That's the problem. I think you're not even on. In this chat, you're not drinking. That's
Punch him in the brums. He fell down the stairs. He was clumsy. Yeah, I don't know where I'm going to go with this. This is going to take much longer to go down this one.
Yeah, you're gonna.
That's
this one obviously is a little bit. This is probably a little bit too warm, a little bit warmer for me. But actually, I think that if it was colder, I think the dankness would have probably been even more. It would have been there a little bit more. So this is being a little bit warmer. I think it's kind of like, okay, the dankness is kind of not as bad. Because temperature wise, it's probably mid-20s here. So now the reason too is now my beer is sitting at mid-20s and it's sitting out at warms up pretty good. So as you probably
how is like even on the adverse weather situation over there? I've heard some like things going on.
Oh no, that's on the East Coast.
Oh, okay.
So actually it was kind of funny because I have a friend. They went on a cruise ship and they were out on the cruise and they were supposed to come in today or tomorrow and they were told, nope, you stay out, go out to the middle of the ocean.
Yeah.
And it says, the funny thing is he's going like, we're running out of alcohol.
Oh no.
We can't have this now. We can't have that. I'm like, oh God. It's like oh no, what they probably do is they're rationing you on your alcohol now. It's not, we're not worried about the food. We're with alcohol.
We've only got 3 days. 3 days of alcohol left. We're gonna have to break out the carling.
Yeah. No, because I think they were heading to Cuba. I'm like, well, you can get some cigars. And I'm going like, maybe rum. I don't know what they kind of alcohol is in Cuba, but kind of. But it was this. So he's been on this cruise for 3 weeks now already. I'm going like even a few more days. I'm like, it's like because he. The text this morning was they were just they were heading towards Cuba, but I mean they weren't going to Cuba, but they're in that region. They could see the hurricane kind of going by. I mean they're so they weren't affected by the weather, but you could see the storm passing by. Yeah. I said, that would be an eerie thing. But there was a couple other people too that were up in the area. Like some of them were, some were leaving, some weren't. But yeah, that's what 2 hurricanes in the last 2-3 weeks, and it's just gonna.
Wow. I mean,
I hope
it happens every year, though, doesn't it? So you kind of like it's like.
But
I think we all need more girls in chat, Twisted.
Yeah,
that's just the problem of beer streams. Go round some up, get some in.
And don't put a wig on Esco. That don't count.
Oh. Well, fun enough, Pierre British is popping in, Paul. Yeah.
Hey, Paul.
This is only the first. Well, this is the first group of Verdant beers. This is only the 3rd time I've gone for Verdant because I knew what would happen, and it did. I love the artwork as well. That for me, that's the best thing about the beer. But yeah, I'm not a Verdant fanboy at all. I find it very difficult to get through. Like sucking on a grapefruit, it's just not my thing. But there you go.
Yeah, you're probably more of a malt forward beer drinker, probably. I'm assuming. Or you can, or you basically, or you can do citrus. I mean, the citrus, but it's got to be more on the lighter side.
Yeah, I think he's a big fan of kind of the British style of.
Yeah, so it's there, but it's subtle.
Yeah. Whereas, I just struggle with it.
Yeah. What? Yeah. Because as I said, I'm truly more a brown ale fan, but it's hard. As I said, that's why I'm brewing a little bit browns and more malt forward beers here because I can go get New England, West Coast. I mean, that's like, I can get that from here to here, kind of thing. And so like,
I tend to think that American brown ales are a bit more hop forward anyway, just a bit darker in that mid-range malt.
But they're more piney, very a slight citrus to it, if anything. So, but it has that bitter bite. So basically, think of an English IPA, but just dark, a black English IPA kind of.
That confuses me. Definitely not a Verdant fanboy at all. I mean, I'm not against them. I love what they do, but it's just not for me. No, I'm struggling with this one. This one's been 15 minutes now, and I'm like struggling with it.
Yeah.
I'm reticent to go get the lemonade because I think that's not fair. There's a bit of lemon there. That's weird.
Well, it's a double IPA, and which is I'm assuming you don't really drink too many double IPAs to begin with.
So I can't remember what Putty is, whether it's a double or a triple. Putty's a triple IPA.
Putty is like a triple. Yeah, it's was it a double? Depends how many teas you. It was 2 teas is a double. The 3 teas is the triple.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So the one I had, Rasco got it for me, and I had the one with 3T, so that was the triple, the 10%.
The triple, yeah.
Yeah, and it didn't convince me I needed to go out and immediately get this year's double version in the slightest. But yeah, I should have found that video, really, see what that reaction was all about.
Yeah,
because I did a video for it, but yeah, it was okay. It was more fruitier, more juicier than this, but yeah,
this is the only triple I'll drink.
Get out of town.
That's the only triple I'll ever drink. Well, there's a couple other ones, but that's obviously the infamous one that I'm just bragging now for you guys over there.
Well, do you know what? Last time, am I not right? The last time you was on the stream with us when we was over on Instagram, I was again drinking beers that I didn't want to drink from Sierra Nevada because
Yeah.
So how comes every time I'm on a stream with you, I'm drinking beers I don't want to drink? You convinced me to try.
Well, this was your fault, not mine. You want to go.
Well, true. Yeah, I did say okay, let's give it a go. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
So next time we're doing smoked beers, right?
I'm up for it. I'm for it.
Oh.
I gotta say, there's a couple of smoked porters I wish it's hard to find over here. I know they're good, but I could find a couple. Well, I could find the typical German ones, but
yeah. Like I said, I didn't really go for it with the Oktoberfest beers this year. I got some 3 random ones on Monday, and that was it.
But so it's kind of funny. So obviously I did the Sharktoberfest. Also, I don't want to say it's Sharktoberfest again, but we did it this past weekend. There was a couple of beers I'm going like, okay, I want to revisit because obviously it was like we had these later on, and just to be fair. And we poured them, and it was like, I'm going like, okay, what did they do? It was not. I'm going like, for a German beer. I'm going like, this is not right. This is not right. There's something wrong. I mean, like the Polana, it basically for Rob, it poured flat. It was flat. And it was Rob and Sim, it was flat, and I had an off flavor. I'm going like, I'm going, okay, this is, and the Westfaner. Even that one's usually that's pretty good for kind of thing, and that was a little bit off. We went, okay, are we? I kept saying, are we mass producing this beer somewhere? And the label is not saying anything. Like, okay, somebody needs to spill the beans here, kind
of. Okay, yeah, I've been back to Savannah for a while, but the Vice beer is usually pretty good. But had a great smoked impy recently, Holy Goat Smoker.
So we don't get too many smoked beers out here.
I wonder if a lot of breweries don't do it because whether it messes with the brewing equipment. Like, do you have that little smoky taste? Can you clean it effectively? Like,
yeah, I don't know. Really, it is. It's just a malt. So I mean, it's not really like a.
But does that smoke linger? Is there a linger possibility?
I would say no, because it's just a malt. It's just a malt that you use to get. I mean, it's not like they're actually burning the kettle up. I mean, kind of. I mean, it's just you're just adding. Because to me, it'd be a lot of stuff to go like, okay, if that was true, you get some of these really funky beers because everything's kind of just lingers.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the cleaning,
as you know,
sanitation are usually pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, because basically it's just because they have a smoke malt, and basically so you use a small bit of it just to give you that smokiness, and all it is really is just that sugar, what gives you that. It's not like that they're burning anything. So it's so.
Yeah. Cheers,
It'll
Brad.
be like
Thanks for popping in.
right. Okay. See you, Brad. So it's just like the kettle sours, or sours. A lot of people go, if you do a true sour, yeah, that's gonna screw your equipment up. Now, if you do a kettle sour, you're fine because it's confined to the kettle, and it's not. It's the process with the yeast giving that sour.
That's a good point. Too much risk they won't sell, maybe. It's a good question. I like this one. Do you do anything with the cans? You like the can or do you bin them all? I don't know. Do you collect cans or bottles or?
I will keep cans. I got a shelf above me here. I'll keep cans or bottles for a little bit. Then eventually I will bin them.
I was never a collector of can art, and yeah, I've got rather too many, but I've got a plan for the cans. We shall see what happens with that.
Because my messy garage, I do have a refrigerator that's kind of has some can art.
Yeah.
That if you can, because I'm really there's nothing really here that you could sometimes you could peel. Okay, now I'll pop on. But yeah, only thing on the labels I probably really kept is Lords, because that's kind of like a
very rare. Yeah.
Very rare nowadays. Now I'll call it. I'm assuming they're still going, but you just don't hear about them anymore for some reason.
No, just they've rebranded. I'm not sure. I don't think they do cans anymore. I think they've just gone straight out like cask or whatever.
Yeah.
And there's nothing on the website on the shop, so yeah, I haven't looked for a while, mine.
Yeah, so that's the only labels that I really kept. Everything else, I kind of I got a couple other ones, but it's But eventually, I'll get like, okay, yeah, I'll bin them, or recycle them, with whatever kind of thing. But
it's also a bit of spirit. I don't know what the. I said this yesterday. The other day, what spirit you make from bananas, but I don't know what spirit you make from grapefruit.
Oh, cool. Well, bananas to me would be more like a rum. Grapefruit, ooh.
Yeah, cheers, Escobar. Cheers, Mr. Fresh popping in. Fair play. I can put all the comments up.
Grapefruit, you're kind of thinking of. I'm trying to think of any spirit with grapefruit. Now, besides a liqueur kind of thing, but
yeah, I don't know. Like, is there? Well, we found out earlier whether there's grapefruit marmalade. Look.
Yeah, that was our learning segment.
Yeah, so now we have to find out what spirit is made from grapefruit. Can you distill or ferment grapefruits? I don't know.
I would say yes. I think you can. I think any, but it would be harder to distill a citrus. To me, that's more of like an adjunct.
Well, you get limoncello, don't you? So maybe it's like a grapefruit cello or something. It's Italian, isn't it?
To me, it's just going to be a base, whatever spirit of some sort. Then you add the lemon or whatever citrus to give you that flavor.
There's a video of someone cutting a cat out of a can and put it in a picture frame. Yeah, that's great. I don't have that artistic integrity to do that, to be fair. I've got to be honest, I'm struggling. I like the body of the beer, but I don't really like that kind of dankness. I'm going to do it. Yeah. I'm going to just nip out and get a bottle of lemonade. And see if it peps up. It's going to be sacrilege. But,
we can do it. I mean, we're doing it for a scientific experiment.
Exactly. It's all about beer learning. Bear me a second. It's only 3 meters that way.
All right, go ahead. So, yeah. See you, Twisted. Hope you have a good evening. I'll see you sometime later this week, probably.
Oh, no, bad news.
Uh-oh.
I'm almost out. I must have been drinking too much grapefruit beer. Well, I apologise, Verdant. I don't like this beer. So I'm going to get the citrus back to lemon. Fortunately, there's only 4 people watching, so this won't get reported in the YouTube community. Now, you'll notice this goes Shandying a Verdant DIPA.
Woo!
Crazy. Who does that? Cheers.
Cheers. I'm gonna go grab another beer. I'm not gonna drink this bad boy.
No.
I'll get me something else.
Well, that's much better. It's just kind of taken the edge off of that dankness.
Okay. No, yeah. Did it water it down or anything?
No, there's still that spirity edge to it. It's just giving it a bit more sweetness. I mean, it was the end of the bottle, so it wasn't particularly lively, that lemonade, and it was probably cheap lemonade anyway. So, I'm getting a bit more sweetness.
Okay.
But it's a bit like whiskey, isn't it? When you put like water in whiskey, it's like, is that acceptable? If that's acceptable, why not lemonade in beer?
Yeah, well, yeah. A lot of people say no to you add water to or ice cube to a whiskey kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think it teach his own. I mean, so anyway, so this is. Because I didn't wash my glass out. I got a little Sharktoberfest here.
Oh, fair play.
Just keep that shark theme going here.
Shark theme going. I'm glad you didn't wait for me to finish. It's never going to happen on this stream, I don't think.
Yeah, no, it was. Yeah, this one was a little too warm. It was. I mean, it was dank, but I said I think that too, and being 9 months old and going, it was just. It wasn't quite moved on to a barley wine-ish kind of vibe to it, but it was kind of in the middle.
So technically, this is your first fresh beer of the night. Oh, the irony!
Irony of it, yeah. Well, hey, I know you have standards here, so I had to make sure I had to find the oldest beers that I can get.
Yeah. You put a little bit in that or whatever just to give a. And I do understand how with whiskey and you put a bit of water in it, kind of.
It changes it, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, as soon as you start putting lemonade in a beer, people get all like, "Oh, you shouldn't do that." Like, no, you
that's
shouldn't.
What's called. It's just it. And you go, no, this is a shandy. And
yeah. Yeah. What can you do? Yeah, I'm going to struggle with this one, even with the lemonade.
Yeah. Well, it's a double IPA. I mean,
it's weird though because I got through. I should probably go and find that video. I got through the 10% party reasonably well because it had a better fruit content. It was still too hoppy for me, but I got through it for a video. I think I shandied that as well. So that was last year's. That was last year's triple IPA that I did.
Oh wow!
The day before, I did it for a video the day before the release of this year's double IPA party.
Yeah,
because I thought it would make people go, "Oh, how have you got the triple IPA?" No, it's last year's. Like so,
yeah.
And I like to leave the hoppier beers for as long as possible to have that kind of a kind of hop content to go, so I don't need to shandy it. But that one with a decent radler, but radlering an 8.4% DIPA from Verdant would not be seen too well, I don't think, across the YouTube space. But I did it anyway because I just don't care.
Now I'm gonna say we're doing it for scientific reason, kind of thing.
Yeah,
That's
there is a whole YouTube channel, and I saw it on Twitter for a while of like Does It Shandy, who were going around just shandying random beers, and I thought that would be more popular and more fun. But I think they went a bit kind of too safe with it and didn't shandy things like this, the popular stuff, and like there's just like.
Well, to me, it's like one of those questions like, okay, you're gonna do a shandy. Can you do a shandy for all styles of beers, or is there really a style of beer that you can only shandy?
Well, this is the thing. It's like, will it shandy? Yes, you just put lemonade in it. Of course, it will shandy.
Yeah.
Will it be any good? Is an entirely different question.
Yeah. Well, I'm just thinking like, okay, you can do a stout. Okay, I don't like it. Oh, I'm gonna shandy it. I'm like, okay, yeah, you're not gonna put lemonade into a stout.
Not gonna yeah. Will it shandy? Guinness? No.
Yeah. Okay, so now here's a good question. So you have lemonade. Now there's you got limeade, grapefruit juice. I mean, it's still that. I mean,
you don't need to put more grapefruit. You don't need to put more grapefruit in a beer.
Well, what I'm saying is but is shandy strictly a lemonade, or can we use other kind of?
That's a really good point. And also that's a good point. On the bar, like I say, we had that New England Pale Ale, which wasn't really for me because there's a bit too much grapefruit for pineapple. So I used to shandy it with our lemon sour, which is basically slightly alcoholic lemonade. It had lactose in it, so it's a bit of sweetness.
Yeah.
So I would do 2/3 on the New England, top it up with the lemon sour. So I've kind of shandied it, but not with lemonade.
Okay, that's okay. So basically, you did a blended beer.
Well, it's a cuvee, yeah.
Cuvee. Well, there's a couple of breweries that you once in a while, if you knew, they say, "Oh, I want this and this," and they would do and they keep because they'll put 1/3 of this, 2/3 of that kind of thing, or wherever. I mean, some people will do it. I mean, it's you have to know their beer, the beer kind of. Okay, give me this ratio. I mean, kind of thing. So
yeah,
a lot of people, I know they do that.
We produce our own, essentially lemonade, our own lemon soda, which is just like obviously sugar solution with a lemon balm, and then carbonated through the keg line on a corny.
So you almost got a seltzer.
Yeah, it's well, no, it's not alcoholic. It's not carbonated. It's not fermented. So it's not carbonated, but it's like a soda. But I do sometimes like I can shandy it with that as well, but it's kind of that's even more wrong, I think.
Yeah, no, because that's what I said. Because I'm always laughing. I'm going, okay, you get a dark beer. Going, okay, now can you put Coca-Cola or Pepsi? Can you shandy it with that because it's already a dark? I mean, it's one of those like, okay, we're gonna get some stupid experiment kind of thing. I was like,
I think the only dark beer you could shandy would be a black IPA.
Yeah, as long as there's a lot of citra. That would be interesting to do a shandy on a black IPA. Yeah. You get a lot of citra and all that.
You've got the citronous anyway. It's like, but then again, lemon, and if you go lemon,
like you have to be careful. You have to be careful on your proportions.
Yeah.
Oh, that was because it was kind of funny that there was a brewery we used to hang out. And there's a girl, she comes up and says, "Hey, I want Imperial Stout." Okay, fine. They give her the little third, whatever, pour, because anyway, put the straw in it. Sucks. Oh my God. And this girl was known, wherever brewery she went, she had that straw, and she basically drank all her beers through that straw. I'm going, okay. I go, oh, yeah, okay. That was a quick way to get have that buzz going real quick.
Yeah. Okay, so I think.
Go ahead.
No, go on.
No. I would say it's like for you, it's interesting to see how people come up and what they want and what they do with their beers and kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
you probably seen things that go like, I just had the straw, or they'll mix their own, or they'll add, kind of add a little spirit to it, kind of.
Yeah, I always say drink what you want, but I will still take the mickey out of you for like if it's something I
Oh
don't
yeah,
like. But, it's
yeah,
still
I agree
fine.
with you.
Yeah. I don't know. I was bouncing off of Tom yesterday on the Logalogs, but he was drinking London Pride, and I nearly walked out because I don't like London Pride. But then Rasco sent me a picture of a pint of London Pride he had this afternoon, said it was all right, and I'm like, well, you know.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of last time I had London Pride. It was like, oh, I think I had it when people going, "You're drinking that? Why?" Okay, I won't drink it again.
I'd prefer the ESB, but
Yeah,
it does travel though, see, but
yeah.
right. Before I get too much indigestion, I think I'm going to finish the stream so that I can sit back and enjoy this beer. But you got to still beer, so stay with us. I'm going to do the outro.
Oh yeah.
And we'll have an educational discussion between us about how it went and what we've learned from today.
Okay, great. No, I appreciate it. Thanks having me on. Thanks everybody in
No,
chat.
absolute
Hit
pleasure
the
for
thumbs
coming
up
on.
and all that, or all that good
Yeah,
stuff.
man,
Comment.
helping me through these beers. Do the clicky, the likey, subscribe. If you're still watching after the event, do the clicky on the like and subscribe and all that. Thanks to everybody. David Wilson's still in. Thanks for checking us out. Thanks for popping in, everybody. Who's made comments, and well, same again next week with some different beers, different people. Maybe I'm probably done for this week on live streams. Now I've done 3 live streams a week. This is unprecedented. So thank you for helping me get that milestone.
This was in the works for a long time.
I'm working the weekend, so no lives. Probably not. Very little content. Probably won't get any content out. I won't picture these beers tomorrow. I'll do that next week, I think. So I can steel myself to tag in Verdant and say I don't like your beer, but see what they say. So yeah, thanks, Kevin. Thanks for popping in and helping me out. It's been brilliant. Until next time,
anytime.
Whatever you're drinking, everybody, cheers and enjoy the beers.